Hold up, I think I downloaded the wrong Super Mario Bros. Picture this, dinosaurs weren't just wiped off the face of the Earth by a meteor 65 million years ago. Nope, that interstellar spitball also created a parallel world where T-Rexes and Triceratops got down and boogied with humans. A whole evolutionary rave. Opening scene, a mysterious woman plays a round of ding-dong ditch at an orphanage, but the ditch part of the game involves leaving a weirdly special rock in a cocoon. A totally normal Tuesday night. A nun, shocked by the ungodly hour, scoops up the strange doorstep delivery. Officer Koopa rolls up and presses her about the stone's location, but Our Lady in question makes like a sewer rat and dives down a culvert, met by another chap who also wants to play 20 questions about the stone. She's stuck between a cop and a hard place. Cut to the cocoon back at the orphanage, which turns out to be a Kinder Surprise, but instead of a toy, there's a baby girl. Nice trick. Fast forward 20 years and cue the Mario Bros. Two Brooklyn plumbers with more pipe dreams than actual pipe jobs. Their wallets are leaner than a vegan diet, so when Mario sniffs out some potential work, they're on it like white on rice. But guess what? Their rival, Scapelli, has already poached the gig. To make matters worse, a bunch of university students are playing Jurassic Park with the site, unearthing dinosaur bones left, right, and center. Scapelli's CEO swoops in, warning the project leader, Daisy, about a spate of vanishing Brooklyn girls, because there's nothing like adding getting kidnapped to your project management woes. The scene then flips to Scapelli's two hench dudes, who couldn't catch a cold, let alone Daisy. In their attempt to pursue her, our girl Daisy finds herself at the payphone Luigi's hogging, and boy, he's smitten. Smitten like a kitten in a mitten. Bars. After Daisy wraps up her call, Luigi, all starry-eyed, offers her a ride back to Dino Dig Central. Mario, being the ultimate wingman, helps him extend a dinner invite. Mario later turns up with his girlfriend, while Luigi rocks up with Daisy. Over dinner, Daisy shares her theory about the meteor-turned-dino killer, possibly having crashed right there at the excavation site. Whoa, right? But wait, there's more. The rock around her neck? Yeah, it's her sole possession from her orphan days, found on her by the nuns. Luigi connects with her on this, revealing he also doesn't know his parents, and was raised by his brother Mario. Having successfully avoided any awkward silences, Mario and his girlfriend exit stage left, leaving Luigi and Daisy in their own little world. After dinner, Mario's girlfriend encounters Scapelli's goon squad outside the restaurant. They mistake her for Daisy, which is about as awkward as getting a happy birthday wish on Facebook from someone you barely know. When she finally gets home, these hopeless henchmen pull a full-on Drake, rapping about their mistake. Oops, wrong girl. Meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy are having a rendezvous at the dinosaur dig, getting a load of these human walking dinosaurs. There's a lot of chemistry between them, the kind that could rival a high school lab. Just as they're about to kiss, two of Scapelli's grunts pop up like a pair of prairie dogs, ruining the moment. How rude. These intruders go full Hulk on the dig site, bursting pipes and flooding the place. But wait, Mario to the rescue. Our plumber duo jumps into action, bringing all their years of unclogging pipes to save the day. In a weird turn of events, the hench goons barge in, bonk Mario and Luigi on the head, and plot twist, kidnap Daisy. Luigi glimpses Daisy's face in a rock, as if she's phoning home from a parallel world. Luigi reaches for her but only snags her necklace, and then, with a leap of faith that'd make any action hero proud, Luigi plunges into the portal to save his love. Mario, left twiddling his thumbs, decides to follow suit. They pop up in a strange dimension, which looks like a mix of Mad Max and Pac-Man. They spot the henchman whisking Daisy away in a taxi, but lose track of her in the chaotic streets. Once they stop and take in their surroundings, they realize that they're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Enter the big bad, Koopa, who's itching to merge this wacky planet with Earth using Daisy's gemstone. His plan? Wipe out humanity and take control. Because what's a villain without a cliched, world-dominating plan, right? His goons bring Daisy, but surprise, surprise, Luigi nabbed the stone before Daisy's teleportation act. Koopa then issues a citywide alert to hunt down the Mario Bros, promising a reward that'd make even Jeff Bezos raise an eyebrow. Lost and clueless in the city, the brothers bump into an old woman who warns them about the dangers of this place. Seeing they're unarmed, she pulls out a futuristic rifle and demands all their cash. But then she notices the necklace on Luigi's neck and snatches it. Plot twist, another woman swoops in and nabs the stone from her. A guy named Toad rocks up, strumming a bluesy tune about the chaotic state of the planet. But even in this weird world, public dissing isn't tolerated, and Toad is arrested for slandering Koopa. Just another day in this alternate universe. Things go from bad to worse as Luigi and Mario get arrested faster than a cat video goes viral. As for Daisy, she's tucked away with a gaggle of other kidnapped ladies, including Mario's girlfriend. Plot twist, they were all kidnapped because Scapelli's goons couldn't tell the difference between Daisy and any other woman. Talk about a facepalm moment. Meanwhile, Luigi and Mario are introduced to the charm of this alternate universe's police station, an all-inclusive package of disinfection, scrubbing, and a complimentary mugshot. Then they're led to their lawyer, who turns out to be none other than Koopa. He grills them about the whereabouts of the stone. Luigi, the walking disaster that he is, admits he misplaced it. Cue a torture scene straight out of a Bond movie. Koopa introduces them to his fancy degradation room, where our rebel guitarist, Toad, is also a guest. To show the brothers what's in store for them, he gives Toad a brain shrink and poof, we've got a Goomba on our hands. As Koopa's attention is diverted, our plucky plumbers seize the moment and give Koopa a taste of his own medicine, or so they think. They shove him into the chair, aiming to send him back to the Jurassic, but the machine jams. Talk about bad timing. Scrambling for an escape, they find a helpful mushroom plant covered in what looks like Halloween decorations. It tries to hand Luigi a grenade, but the Goombas show up. Mario and Luigi cheese it down a cable table while fireballs zip past them. Finding a car park, they swipe a cop car. The cars here are a whole other level of weird, but Mario, ever the fast learner, gets a hang of it quickly. A high-speed chase ensues, Mario and Luigi now being the most wanted aliens in this dimension. At one point, Mario's wild driving lands them on top of another car. Typical Mario Kart shenanigans. Next, they find themselves in a tunnel covered with the same funky spiderwebs, except here, it's just the mushrooms chilling. The tunnel suddenly ends at a cliff, but no worries, the spiderweb has them covered, quite literally. While all this goes down, Koopa's enjoying a mud bath, living his best dino life. Discovering that the Mario Bros have come to a halt in the desert, he tells his side chick Lena to bring Daisy to him. Lena sees Daisy and recognizes her as the Queen's daughter. Oh boy, plot twist, Daisy's royalty. In a fit of impatience, Koopa decides to give his brain-dead henchman an upgrade. Time for a brain growth spurt. Koopa threatens to off his brain-enhanced goons if they don't bring Mario and Luigi to him. It's like a twisted episode of Dino Apprentice. Daisy gets a vintage dress from Lena, and some tragic backstory about her mom fleeing from Koopa to Earth. Meanwhile, Mario and Luigi are stranded in the desert, and probably wishing they'd paid more attention in Boy Scouts. Daisy meets Koopa and finds out she's not just into dinosaurs, she's technically one of them. Talk about taking a hobby too far. She also learns her dad is alive, but Koopa's playing coy with the details. He's just another daddy dino with secrets. Koopa locks Daisy up till they find the gemstone. Meanwhile, Mario and Luigi encountered the now brainy henchman, who managed to steal their car, and promptly get it stuck in the mud. Classic. Tied up by our heroes, they spill the beans about the stone being a chunk of the dino-annihilating meteor, and how it's the key to merging the two dimensions. It's like a cosmic jigsaw puzzle with Koopa dreaming of being king of the whole picture. Mario and Luigi cut a deal with the henchman, swapping the stone's location for Daisy's. Daisy, meanwhile, befriends a pet dinosaur named Yoshi in her luxurious castle prison. It's like a prehistoric take on a Disney movie. Mario and Luigi turn sanitation workers, swiping a garbage truck to reach Daisy. They also go undercover with new clothes from the goons, sneaking into a disco to retrieve the stone from the lady in red. Mario attempts to charm the stone out of her, but gets a face full of fist instead. But he's not one to take no for an answer and somehow manages to get her to dance with him. Slyly, he nabs the stone. Then comes the plot twist. Lena and her Goomba are also in the disco. Cue Mario and Luigi playing hot potato with the stone to confuse the Goomba, but Mario slips up, literally, and Lena snatches the stone. In a desperate bid to escape, the brothers find refuge with the red dress lady in a room. She lends them her Jet shoes, allowing them to make their exit from the disco in the flyest way possible. Jet shoes blasting, Mario and Luigi make their exit, with Goombas hot on their heels. It's like a chase scene straight out of a sci-fi movie, only with more plumbing and less CGI. Luigi spots that elusive grenade on a spider web again. They dodge and weave their way onto a moving garbage truck, and Luigi, ever the opportunist, suggests hitching a ride on Koopa's castle. Talk about trash to treasure. Next up, Koopa visits what appears to be a botanical nightmare. Plot twist. It's Daisy's dad, transformed into a plant that's doing its best impression of a Halloween decoration, covering the entire city in creepy spiderweb. Meanwhile, our intrepid plumbers make it to Koopa's tower, sneak in, and find the pipes. Mario, the plumber extraordinaire, comes up with a master plan to give the tower a serious case of the chills by shutting down the heat. They swipe uniforms from some unwitting employees and blend in. They get on an elevator, and soon enough, they're in a Goomba-packed sardine can on a vertical strip to nowhere. And the Goombas, bless them, don't even notice their new undersized companions. Shifting gears to Daisy, she gets a visit from Lena. Daisy thinks she scored an ally, but Lena pulls a Regina George and tries to off her. Yoshi, the tiny hero, goes full Jurassic Park and attacks Lena, buying Daisy time to escape. Back to the elevator shenanigans. Mario and Luigi turn into the world's smallest dance club. Goombas are grooving. The brothers escape through a vent, and bam, out of there. Daisy then runs into Toad Goomba, who offers her food, but soon Koopa's henchmen try to barbecue him. Daisy, showing her princess prowess, saves him with a handy fire extinguisher. In a surprising twist, the henchmen claim they've been #Team Daisy all along, and lead her to her mushroom dad. She's probably thinking she should have stuck with the whole normal life on Earth deal by now. Luigi and Mario escape through the air tubes. In an act of faith or desperation, you pick. Luigi jumps into a hole. Mario, terrified, follows suit only to find Luigi floating. Turns out Luigi was just hanging from a metal tube, not defying gravity. While this is happening, Daisy's trying to bond with her fungal father and Yoshi. She uses a surveillance device, spots her plumber heroes, and guides them towards her via microphone. Mario and Luigi finally meet Daisy and her mushroom dad. And let's be real, it's not the weirdest thing they've seen today. In Koopaland, he learns Lena has the stone and has kickstarted the Make Humans Dinosaurs plan. In a fit of reptilian rage, he orders her immediate arrest. And just when you thought this couldn't get any more chaotic, our dynamic duo, Mario and Luigi, finally find Daisy, and she introduces them to her dad, a mushroom. Luigi, in a moment of insight, realizes the mushroom has been their fungus fairy godmother all along, dispensing gifts and getting them out of tricky situations like some kind of superhero, only less caped crusader and more portobello. Daisy drops another bombshell. Mario's girlfriend is also locked down, so Mario goes full-on hero mode to save her. Enter stage right, Koopa and his Goomba entourage, who proceed to nab Daisy and Luigi, proving once again that the villain's timing is impeccable. Meanwhile, the police find Lena and lo and behold, retrieve the gemstone. Mario busts in on his girlfriend and the other captives. Roundhouse kicks a Goomba. Maybe he's been taking karate lessons on the side. And stages a jailbreak. The police hand the stone to Koopa, who's now preparing to launch his grand plan of dino-human domination. In the meantime, Mario and the girls are on a wild water slide ride through a giant pipe, with Goombas making chase. Mario, with his knack for thinking on his feet, or in this case while sliding on his butt, manages to outwit them, and they end up smack dab in the middle of the road. Not too far off, Daisy and Luigi also pop up in the street and share a long overdue hug. hub. But wait, Koopa's back, sporting a weapon of degradation. He's ready for round 2. Mario pulls a fast one with a jet shoe, knocking down Koopa and his Goombas. He decides to hold off Koopa, while Luigi gets the girls to safety. With the Koopa down, Lena makes a grab for the drop stone, and gets a buzz she wasn't bargaining for from her power grid. Unfazed, she's up again, stone in hand and a wicked smile on her face. She bolts through a tunnel to a cave, hoping to pull off a world-merging feat with the stone. Luigi and Daisy and the girls make a dash to stop her. Mario, still duking it out with Koopa, manages to bluff him with a decoy stone. Then he drops a small grenade, found by Luigi, the Mushroom Whisperer, into the mushroom-made pipes. Koopa initially thinks it's a classic Mario blunder, but it turns out it's a direct mail to him, and the postman is a grenade, making its slow but steady way toward the villain. In the process, Lena does the unthinkable and slots the stone, merging the two worlds, but apparently she's no good at handling pressure, probably why she's the bad guy, and a killer electric shock sends her to the grade beyond. The stone stuck, and Daisy and Luigi pull with all their might. As the worlds blend, Mario and Koopa begin to pixelate like a game on a glitchy console. Next thing they know, they're in an excavation site back on good old Earth. Koopa whips out his world-class degradation weapon, accidentally zapping Scapelli's CEO into monkey mode. He goes for Mario next, but Mario's been holding onto his mushroom dad, which conveniently doubles as a shield. Meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy finally pry the stone loose, and the worlds separate faster than a cat from a bath. Back to the other dimension, Koopa and Mario go, while the grenade keeps playing the world's slowest game of tag with Koopa. Koopa commands his Goombas to fire at Mario, but Toad hits a beat, and the Goombas start to boogie down. Enraged, Koopa grabs his weapon and starts shooting, but his aim is worse than a stormtrooper's. Seizing the moment, Mario and Luigi snatch the weapon and give Koopa a taste of his own medicine. As Koopa's morphing, the grenade finally says, "Tag, you're it," and blows up. But instead of going kaboom, Koopa turns into a gigantic dinosaur. Just when we thought this was turning into Jurassic Park, Mario and Luigi fire again and turn him into a puddle of green goop. In the meantime, Daisy's dad gets his human mojo back. Our plumbers turned heroes are hailed, but they gotta get back to Brooklyn. Daisy cranks open the portal with the stone and gives them the bad news. She's staying put. Luigi scores a goodbye smooch and returns to Brooklyn with Mario. Fast forward 3 weeks and Luigi's sulking over lunch with Mario and his girlfriend. Out of nowhere, Daisy bursts in, saying she needs their help. In true hero style, the brothers agree without batting an eye, and they're off on yet another wild ride. Moral of the story? I have no idea.